Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back to do some book page pockets. I mentioned this one day before yesterday, or may have been a few days ago. Sorry, it's all becoming a blur now. Anyways, that I would show you guys how I did this one. It's super easy, not hard at all. So I will go ahead and show you how I did that, and a couple other ones because it won't take the whole time to do just one pocket. So I don't think I'll decorate them. I don't know, we might decorate one or something, but anyways. So what I start out with is two book pages that are connected. Now if you sometimes you can't get them out of the signatures connected, so if you can't do that, just you know, put a hinge there, like another piece of coffee dyed paper or something, just to connect them, or washi or whatever you want to use. They don't have to be connected, it's just kind of easier if they are, but it's not a problem if they're not. So you just fold in one side to the center line and then fold it over again, and so this becomes a pocket, and then you can have it as another tuck, or like I did in this one. And I mean, that's like literally it with that. It's so simple. I hooked it onto the page so it's completely connected here. And you can see I added washi and some paper here just to help hold it in place, because this paper is pretty thin and I just used the one sheet. You could glue two together, and then that way you wouldn't have that problem. I just didn't want the corners getting snagged and torn or anything like that. So that's why I did it like that. And then I glued it down, so it's complete. There's no pocket back here. You could make a pocket back there, but I did not with this one. I just attached it to this flip page. And then it has obviously the pocket here, and then this top skinny tag pocket. So that is all that one is. Super duper simple. So let's go ahead and finish this one. I'm going to cut it down much like that one over there, as I pretty much cut it to the words, because that's the way I like it. But if you want to keep yours the full size, you know, that's totally up to you. And it doesn't matter what size book page you have, it'll work with any size book page. Sorry, I need my cutter, hold on. So yeah, don't worry about, oh, what size is it? It doesn't make any difference. It's gonna all depend on what books you have that you can take apart, or what size journal you're making. So, but don't worry about it, because it'll work. Any size will work in a journal. It just depends on how, like if you feel like this is too small, you could make it bigger, is what I'm saying. But it will work with any size book page. I am cutting this one at 4. That's just simply because that's where the words are. And these words aren't like square on the page. They're kind of tilted, which is pretty common with older books. So, but you can use you can just do it with scrapbook paper. So if you're like, I don't have all these books that everybody has, book page, whatever, then just use any scrapbook paper, digital, whatever you want. I did cut this one down, I don't think. Yeah, that one's a little bit taller, so I probably left more of the top. But again, doesn't matter. It's just going to be a different size one. That is all. Oh, hugs and blessings to Mitzi, Little Skipper Daycare, and Mr. and Mrs. Helm. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your kind comments. I really appreciate it. Always kind comments. That's just, oh, it just makes my day, you know, because this isn't always an easy thing to do. And some days, you know, I'm on and feeling good about everything, and other days, you know, you can just be off. And so I thank you guys, because you're always very kind in your comments, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm doing my best, man. So, so what we're gonna do is cut a thumb notch, and for this paper, it's kind of a cottony, weird sort of paper, and I know that my my little thumb chomper won't cut a decent hole, so I just want the notch in one side because it's going to get glued down on that other side, so it doesn't need to be all the way through. But if you want to put your thumb notch, you know, punch both pages together, then that's totally up to you. I mean, Doesn't matter, it's not a big deal. It's just how I prefer to do it. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. It's another rainy, kind of yucky day here. So yeah, great. I just want some sunshine. That's really all I want. It's supposed to get nicer this weekend, so I hope so. It would be so great to go out on the Razor, which is a side-by-side, like a four-wheeler type thing, but it's got the 2 seats right by each other. So yeah, much more my speed than the actual ATVs, the way they are. This is always weird for me because these are crooked. But anyway, we're gonna just glue on one side and across the bottom. And you may have seen this somewhere. I'm not saying I made these up. These are just some things that were in my the Colossal Tome of Concepts, which is an idea book. So a lot of times I can't remember if I came up with it, somebody else came up with it. It doesn't really matter. It's just fun, and it reminds those people that have been doing it for a long time of a pocket, and then people that are just starting, it will be new to you. So however it works out, they're just fun to make. You can sit down and make up a whole bunch of them, because if you do this and it's ready to go to get decorated, it doesn't matter, because you're starting off with the same thing for all the journals or whatever. So it doesn't have to be specific to one journal. And I'm going to cut this down, and this is just one of the book pages folded in half, so nothing major there. I do want, where's my glue stick? I don't know, I probably took it away somewhere to do something, and then who knows? Oh, it's probably over by my sewing machine. It's probably right. It's okay, I think it was about gone, and we'll use it up when I go find it. It will definitely get used. And I'm not going to worry a ton about getting every inch of this covered in glue, because a lot of it's going to get cut away. I love these cottony pages. I mean, I know I said they're weird, but they're kind of my favorite to work with because they just feel nice. They can be a little tricky with tearing and stuff like that, but I just like the way they feel. So this is 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. I don't know why I don't really know that. You know, my math skills are not up to snuff, that's for sure. I actually just cut off all this jaggedy stuff and make this, I'm going to go ahead and make it right about 2. It'll be a little thin, but 2 and 5. Oh, it was 5/8, huh? Almost messed that up. So that should fit. Always check, because I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I've not checked and then it doesn't fit. Yeah, it'll fit. It's just wet, so it's like a big noodle. Okay. So that is that one. So that can get cut into some sort of tag form. I'm going to use this again like I did for the last one. Sorry, I'm putting everything down off my shelves. Oh, it's not quite thin enough. That's the only problem with this. I love that from Stampin' Up, but this is just way too skinny in my opinion for a lot of tags. I would like it if it would take a little bit bigger piece of paper too. But yeah, I really love this punch. I love the top of it, but it's a little bit annoying. So that'll go in there and get rid of all of our trash. And voila, that's the pocket. And then you just take, I just took another piece of book page, made a journaling card to go in there. So that's that one. Can't get any easier than that. And then we have, I could actually do I have another single piece. Just make a journaling card real quick, just so that it's ready to go, ready to decorate. So a lot of times I will use just a glue page that I already have, but I just want this to match, so I'm gonna use the same book page. That's what I normally do though, to make tags and stuff, is just use the glue pages that are already sticky. But I want to do this one. So I'm just gonna set that in there like that, and then I know I can trim it down or do whatever I want to it when I decorate it. Okay, the next one, I have another, oh, I don't, but that's easy. I just need one sheet. You could do it with two, but you just really need one. I mean, if you're using, say, oh, come on, dictionary page or something that's just super thin, then you might want to do two. But if you're going to decorate it, oh my gosh, it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to cut this off. Even though I will cut it all crooked. So it doesn't get any easier than this one also. These are, all three of these are like super duper easy. Fold it in half. Literally, that's the folding. Fold it in half. Okay, and then you're going to need a piece of scrap paper to do your thumb notches again. I need one at the top. And you can decide which direction you want it to go. So you can flip it either way. You could make like 5 one direction, 5 the other direction, so that you've got a mixture to go in whatever journal page you want. So that is there. And then I'm just going to kind of guess, sort of, well, I guess I'm not really guessing by doing this, but you know, I'm just eyeballing it. That there's the middle. That's my middle point roughly right there. So then I'm going to come as much in the middle of that as I can. Let me get that a little bit better. You can mark with a pencil. That would probably be smarter than what I'm doing. I'm not going to see it. Then you're just going to do a thumb notch on the other side, somewhere semi-middle point. And it probably won't be, but it's okay. I really hate that it won't punch these holes very well. I totally missed that. Okay. So then I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to go basically straight across as I can and down on the bottom. So you're making 2 pockets. I'm sure you can see that, and up this side. Because one you put stuff in from the side, one you put it in from the top. So this has a top and a side, and you could just glue it onto the edge of a page. And like I said, a lot of these have been done. Like, I'm sure you've seen a lot of them, but some of them you may not have. I don't know if I can get 2 tags out of that. I might be able to. But you could also put some type of ephemera from a journal or from a kit. And then also that, or something like this. Paper just wants to bend rather than cut, fold rather than cut. Okay, so it's 4 1/2, so half is going to be 2 1/4. And it's not necessarily that these are, you know, because that's less than, what did we figure? This was 2, wasn't it? No, 2 1/4. So we're going to cut a little off of this so that it'll go in and out. So we'll just make this 2. So that will go in there. I may have to cut it a little. It's okay. And then this one will go in here, but it's not quite as tall. So we'll make it 3 3 3/8. And let's not cut our finger off. Thumb. And this should fit. Yeah, that fits fine. Okay. So those will just get glued together, obviously, and then decorated however you decide. Very easy pocket. Ay, ay, ay. The glue. Okay. I mean, it's my own fault. I'm gluing on my mat. What do I expect? Right? Glue over on our glue page. So that one will go in there. We'll go in here. And like I said, it'll get glued. What is the hold up here? Directly onto, like, I think the edge of a page is a good spot because you have something pulling out the side and something out the top. So that's where that one would go. It could be a belly band too. You could use it like a belly band. That would be fun. So you just glue across the top and across the bottom, and then you could also slide something in behind it. So yeah, that's another one. And then this one is just a play on that one. Except you need 2 pieces instead of just one. And you're just going to fold to the center. And to the center. I think I'm doing this right. I'll find out in a minute. Sorry, I've got that throat thing going on. And they matched up pretty good. And again, we're going to find the middle, so I'm sure you can already see how this is. Okay. Trying to think. Sorry, it goes this way. Yeah. Because we have to cut our notches. All right, I'm trying to get them to meet up, and the center is being a pill because it's been folded so many 8 million ways, and it's in its days. Okay, so then I need this again. And obviously, if you do 2 sheets of paper, you won't have to do all this fooling around with those little bits. Okay, and then we're going to come down here. little bit. I'm sorry, you guys. You're probably ready to scream at me. I apologize. Some days, you know, it just doesn't work great. Okay, so I don't think that was center, but it's fine. So then you'll have a pocket here, a pocket over here. You can leave this open so you can write, or you can put it, I mean, you can still leave it open so you can write, but so you can put it on the page, and I'll show you in a minute. Let me just get this roughly the same spot, hopefully. I'm gonna turn it over. I know, I don't have the other piece of paper, but we're just gonna try it. It's not gonna, I can already tell. It tries, but it just won't do it. It's so nutty. Oh my gosh, the struggle is real today. Okay. So you're doing the exact same thing you did on the last one. Sorry, I'm just dumping those everywhere. Except you're doubling it, so it's just easy. And I probably tore that one more than I cut it, but oh well. Okay. So we'll glue it, and then I'll kind of show you how you could use it, although I'm sure you can figure it out, but it is a little tricky to sort of find the middle here. And this one is up the side, and it'll get glued on the bottom. Okay. This one. That looks like one of my old cat's hairs. The one that died last year. She had black fur. Okay, so you can leave it like this, put some writing page here, and then this one I might decorate because I might use this one in this journal. You would put it on, paper clip it, you'd have pocket, 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 pocket. Or if you wanted, you could glue it together, and then you know, it would be one kind of floating piece that you could just paper clip just onto a page. But I think I'm going to leave it like this so that we can do the inside and have it as a journaling spot. So let's put some of this maybe on the inside, because it can go in our abandoned journal. Oh my gosh, the sun is trying to peek out. We shall see if it succeeds. It's not like super duper cold, but something about the cloudy, rainy thing, it just makes it feel colder than it probably really is. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee before it's cold. I love this time of year with the Irish cream creamer. It's my favorite. I should have had it all the time. I mean, maybe they do some places. They don't around here. It's only seasonal. Kind of like the pumpkin spice thing, but I have to say, I do like some things pumpkin spice, but coffee is not my favorite in that flavor. Like, I like pumpkin spice cookies or, you know, pumpkin pie, that kind of thing, but not so much in coffee. I just don't really like it. Something about that combo is not my thing. I know, it's very odd because most people get very excited about that every year. So yeah, like I've said a billion times with book page pockets, if you just sit down with, if you have, you know, like even a dollar store book, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be these old books. I just happened to come across that History of England, and yeah, so I grabbed it and that's what I used. But if you don't have that, you can use any book. You might have to hinge them in the middle because the newer books aren't sewn in the middle, they're glued, so you usually can't get them apart like that, but it doesn't matter. Just add a hinge with tape or whatever. And I think I'm actually going to put this one on this side and hook them together, and you can easily make these pages or make entirely different pages if you just play around. There's loads of different type pockets you can make. And like I said, I don't remember exactly where or if I got these ideas from other people or what, but anyways, really doesn't make any difference. Everybody kind of does book page pockets, so you can find them on endless videos. So chances are you'll probably run into the same project somewhere, or very similar anyway. All right, so there's our middle, and then on these outside parts you can choose to decorate your two halves differently if you want to, or just do them like all one strip like I did on that last part. I might use some of this. I do like the way the 1647 is there. It's kind of cool. I don't think I'll get to the journaling cards for this one today, but we will at least get the outside decorated up. It's torn already. Now I don't want to cover over those holes. Like I said, I kind of want that. Do something like this. And I didn't come up with what ways I'm going to decorate this, so I apologize. It may be painful to watch me try to figure this out. All I came up with was which pockets I was going to make. But we shall see. Okay. Like this a bit. I have to see if I've got, what do I have to even put on here? It'd be kind of fun to put one of the, maybe old house or something like that. Just have scraps and scraps and more scraps. Those work, but I kind of want one of the houses. I know there are some. Those would kind of work. Just piles and piles of stuff. I have all the stuff for the journal piled over there, so I don't lose track of it. So what kind of projects are you guys working on? I know some people have sent me photos of they're working on these type of journals too. And so I've seen some of those, and that is super fun to see what everybody's doing. And I've decided this is my new favorite kind of journal to make. It just, to me, for junk journaling or whatever kind of journaling you want to call this, I don't know, I still call it junk journaling, but journal making, whatever. I think these just are great because you can kind of pack them up with stuff pretty good. I mean, they do get fat, but they don't gator mouth because they're just different. You know, they don't, they get wider, yes, but they don't, I'm gonna have to cut that. They don't seem to gator mouth. They just kind of, because you don't have that skinnier point and then they go out like that, you know? So they're kind of cool that way. And I find sewing in the signatures a lot easier, which, as you all know, if you've watched me for any amount of time, is the bane of my existence. I do not like sewing in signatures at all, and I'm not very great at it. I think a lot of it, I just get in my head about it, but it's so scary. You're so scared you're gonna ruin the journal after all the hours you put into it. I think that's my problem with it. I think I'm just gonna kind of tear this off. But yeah, anyway, I find it easier to sew in signatures and everything with this new, that full-size flip-flop style. Still don't want to do it much on camera because it does take me a while still. I'm not real great at that. Definitely all have our thing, don't we? I don't want to cover up the... These are from a Jeweled Design, the ledgers that I've been showing you guys. I just want to make sure I mention in case you're wondering, wanting to know where this stuff is. Where did I get it? Kind of crinkle that a little bit. So yeah, exciting stuff, right? I wish I had some great story to tell, but I don't. You know, long, skinny is the hardest for me for decorating because I just struggle making it look right, I feel like. I'm getting a little better at it since I started doing those tall, skinny journals. They kind of made that happen a little more, I guess. But they are still difficult for me. I don't think I want that. I don't want another one of those. I never know until I start going. These are my random stamps that aren't really stamps at all. They're just pieces and parts of stuff. So definitely look at whatever plastic bits you have before you throw them in the trash, because quite frequently there's something you can use to make a mark of one form or another. Okay, so what are we going to put on the back? See, we need to decorate we need to decorate the back too, because it's going to be on another journal page. So we want to make sure we get it all decorated. I mean, of course, that is up to you. But I do like these ones. With the gents. And this image is in the abandoned digital. Men with all their working shovels, looks like brooms, I guess. Shovels and brooms. I used walnut stain ink. I used Barely Art glitter glue, or Barely Art, whatever, precision craft glue. And I like art glitter glue too, just the same. And Scotch permanent glue stick, which you can get now. It can be tricky to find sometimes, but I have found it at Staples. Oh my gosh, what did I do with that pen? I'm telling you, I cannot remember to stick that in that fabric to save my life. But yeah, those are just some things I use because I know a lot of times people want to know that. I don't want that. But those are just my favorites that I've figured out over, you know, years of doing this. I had to try a million glue sticks to find the Scotch. Scotch is my favorite, but other people have other favorites, so you just gotta try them and see what you like. It's very personal, the whole glue thing. Everybody's got a different take on that, for sure. I really like these number ones, obviously. I'm sure you're all shocked. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today, especially if you made it to the end here. But I thought it would be fun to share some more book page pockets. Haven't done it in a few weeks, so. And since I wanted to show you that one that was in the abandoned journal, I figure I might as well throw in a couple others too. They're all good. That envelope that Rachel did, man, well, I guess it was Wendy's Journal Adventures originally, so, but I saw Rachel do it. But anyways, that has been a very popular one, and loads of people did that, and I didn't know when I made the video, or I probably would have done something else, just because, you know, you guys are going to be like, wow, I've seen that on every single channel. But I just didn't know. So I do try to keep it different so you don't have to see the same thing all the time. But it happens. It was just a fun one. Everybody had to try it. Understandably, right? It was very fun. Yeah, I had no idea. I had to laugh when I went to post my Instagram, you know, that's what I did. It was like, yeah, me and everybody else. I kind of want like a number or something. Let's see. I have a tiny-ish. I do have this one. That one's kind of too tiny, huh? Definitely not 1946, I don't think. I think it's a little earlier than that. I need to cut some more of these out. That one's pretty good. Tracy Fox. I'm sure most of you probably already have. I think everybody has these labels. I got these ones when she first came out with them, so I had them forever. But they're great. They're just good to add here and there, wherever. She's loved junk journals on Etsy, though, so it's not Tracy Fox. It took me forever to figure that out, but anyway. All right, so this is what we have. If I can open it. Pocket, 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 pocket. And if you fold them the other way, you can, yeah, it would be hard to do the pocket on the inside, I guess. So I would probably definitely keep it like that. But see, these pockets are going to be on the outside of the page if you put it on like this. I'll just grab any page just to show you what I mean. So it goes on like this. Put an old rusty paper clip. If I can find one that's actually rusty. Rusty paper clip, then you can see both sides, and when you pull it off, you have something to write on. So yeah, that's a fun one. They're all fun. Just enjoy creating. And I will talk with you guys again soon. Love you guys. Bye.